Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of AFR Under the Hood on this Monday evening here, October 22nd, 2018. Tonight, we are going to be taking PLAAY.com's wrestling game Face to the Mat Under the Hood, and we're going to be using the Wrestling America 2019 set. This is their fictional wrestling set, and it is due to be released on October 30th. So we will be getting a sneak peek at that here tonight. I'm your host, Steve Tower. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope everyone's having a great week and ready for the World Series to start here tomorrow night. I know we're all excited here in the Boston area. So thanks for tuning in here. And if you have not seen Face to the Mat before, you're in for a treat here tonight. This is a really interesting game. So I've done a review on this. I've done a few different Under the Hoods. A very neat game that's a mix of you being a general manager and running your own wrestling federation, and then also being a fan, because sometimes strange things that can only happen in a wrestling show will sometimes come up. And so we will have 4 matches tonight. We'll do a singles match, a tag match, then we'll have a interview show or an interview segment, and then finally our main event of the evening will be a special one-on-one match that will be determining the number 1 contender for the WAF championship, and that match will be broadcast live on PLAAY.com's Facebook page this Friday night. But before I get ahead of myself, let's head on down to the arena and get tonight's episode started. Alright, so here we are live from the Biddy Beer Civic Center in Medfield, Massachusetts. It's WAF Monday Night Tights. Thanks for tuning in, folks. We are just about to get underway. We've got a fun card in line tonight. Our last show before the free preview All Hallows Eve this Friday night. So right off the bat, we will have Sean Banner will be taking on newcomer Manus Humanus. So Sean Banner is the son of WAF Hall of Famer Sam Banner, but he's sort of been on the ropes and his career has not taken off the way his father's did. So this is a match that will hopefully be an easy win for him and can get himself back into title contention. So that will be our first match of the evening. So real quick, I'll go through this one a little bit slow, just for anyone who has not seen the game before. So basically, when you get your cards, you can set up your federation however you'd like. There is, in the rule book, it describes on how you could set up the TV grades for the wrestlers. It recommends they go from A to F, so it recommends you sort of have a nice mix of people, or you can even just give everybody a C and then sort of let things pan out over the course of a wrestling year. But we have Sean Banner has a TV grade of B, and Manus Humanus only has a TV grade of E. So Sean Banner will be heavily favored in this match, and we'll show you what happens with letter grades as the match goes on. And then, as well as determining the TV grades of wrestlers, you also get to determine who their allies are, who their foes are, who they're feuding with. And so we've got those set up here on the sideboard. Sometimes they'll get themselves involved in the match. Sometimes nothing will happen with them. So we have those guys laid out here. And then finally, they're the 2 wrestlers that have the highest grudge grade. And so the best way to think of a grudge grade is people that have a bone to pick, like something is grinding their gears. Mainly it's people that don't think that they're getting enough attention. They're not getting title shots, they're not getting main event matches, and so they will try to forcefully insert themselves into matches and events where they normally wouldn't be. So the 2 high grudge grade wrestlers are always out here, and so again they may come into play during the match or not. So we've got that all set up. We've got our 2 wrestlers here, and then the first thing we're going to do is pre-match, because of course all the action doesn't happen inside the ring. First, we have to see what happens before the match, and you just simply roll 1d6, and we got a 6. So here it says to go to highlight reel R in the book, and we'll see what happens there. So we'll roll 2d6, read them black and white. So we get a 32. And this says that the heel attempts a cheap shot during the pre-match activities, but he's stopped short by the face's ally. Add 1 grudge point to the heel. So there we go. So before the match, Manus Humanus, I guess as Sean Banner was coming down to the ring, he came out to try to attack him, but Sean's ally, Adam 10-8, came out and stopped him and foiled his plans, and so for that he will gain a grudge grade. So now he has a grudge grade of 1, and the match is ready to start. So we have our sheet here. We can keep track of what happened. The pre-match, we'll just say that Manus had a foiled attempt at attacking Banner. And then we can put that to the side, and we are ready to get underway with the match proper. The ref finally gets him into the ring, rings the bell, and we are underway. So the main part of the wrestling match is going to come from these fast action cards. And what we're going to be doing, we'll flip one over, and we will read what is right side up here, and then whoever wins, think of it as that moment in the match, they'll gain points, and what they're trying to do is earn points to get down to here to either get a pinfall when they get to these final 3 spots, or if they reach the middle, they'll attempt to hit their finishing move, and if they do get that, they automatically get the pinfall. So right away, this is kind of interesting. It's a grudge, and so whoever has the highest grudge hits a series of moves and hits their bronze move, which would be a 1-point move. And now they're both tied. Sean Banner came in with 1 point of grudge, and now Manus Humanus also has 1. So in tiebreakers, we go by whoever is behind on the track, but right now they're both at the same spot, and so then the next tiebreaker is the favored wrestler, which will be Banner. So Banner comes out, hits a series of moves, and scores 1 point, and then we'll just move to the next card. Alright, so now we've got an object. So this is interesting. If one of the wrestlers had a object trait on their card, they would have gone for a an illegal object and tried to use it, but in this case neither of them have that. If you flip a card over and neither wrestler has it, then you just go right to the next card. Alright, so now we have Agile. So here we go, both wrestlers have it. So we'll go to the tiebreaker. In this case, it's the wrestler who is behind. So Manus Humanus hits a splash from the top rope onto the opponent's midsection to get back into the match. And then we've got a helped. So helped can go a few different ways. Some people are helped, they're part of a group. Some people have a manager, and then some people have a valet. And so you'll see that on some cards, like for instance this character here, Rustlin, he is helped by a valet. But however, neither of our characters have that, or wrestlers have it, so nothing happens. And then we'll move to the next card. Next one is TV move. So here's one of the places where a TV move or TV grade will help out a wrestler. Whoever has the highest one hits this move. So in this case, it's Sean Banner. He has a TV grade of B, and so he will hit a 1-point elbow smash. And so the more popular a wrestler is, the more damage they will do on that TV move card. All right, so now we are up to the next card here, and it's favorite. So Sean Banner has the favorite. Manus does not. So a power surge, and he gets 2 points. Now in control of the match, at least for now. And now it's a strong check. So Sean has it. Manus does not. And this is also a place where we see some of these have a star next to their ability. For instance, Sean, his agile trait has a star next to it, and that means that he can use it anywhere he is on the track. However, his strong ability, it's only available when he is on a circle. So as you can see, there's circles here, the first 5, and then they're every other one. And so what that represents is a wrestler tiring out as the match goes on. So while they may start out strong, as the match wears on, they'll lose that. And so if he was on the square, he would be considered to not have it. But he's on the circle, so he has it. Breaks opponent's submission hold and delivers a jarring chin blow and scores 2 points. So Sean Banner has Manus up against the ropes. Let's see. Favorite. That's Sean again. Wrestler uses his specialty move. Okay, nice. So every wrestler has a specialty move. Think of that as sometimes it'll be their setup move. Sometimes it'll just be some spot that they hit every time during the match that they're kind of known for, but not their ultimate move, their finisher. So in this case, Sean Banner has the Liberty Bell, he calls it, which is a swinging neck breaker, and he'll hit that for 2 points. And so strongly in control, crowd on its feet, but a grudge comes up. So again, they both have the same grudge. Tiebreaker is the wrestler who is trailing, and this time it's a silver move, so silver is worth 2. So Manus gets his second hit in, perhaps changing the momentum. And now we're going to have a highlight reel. All right, so we go to highlight reel chart B, and we'll see what happens there. Never know what's going to happen on a highlight reel chart. All right, so highlight reel B. We'll roll the dice, read them black to white. Oh, and it's 11. So we're going to go to highlight reel C. And this time we get a 26. Let's see. And so when you're reading the results from this, it's always referring to the wrestler in the favored spot. So in this case, it says wrestler grabs beverage from front row fan and dumps it over his opponent's head. Increase opponent's grudge grade 2 points. All right. So now Manus actually has a grudge grade of 3. Came in with 0, and now he it's up to 3 points. All right. So now we'll flip the next card. It's another helped. Neither of them has it, so we'll move to the next one. Oh, another helped. Crowd starting to get restless. Oh, and it's another grudge. So Manus, perhaps making a comeback here. Another help. So neither of them has that. And then we go quick. All right. So in this case, you see Manus says his quick has the circle, and now he is on a square, so he is considered to not have it. Neither wrestler does. So we'll move to the next one. And it's a strong. All right, so Sean has it with a circle. He's on a circle, so 2 points. Unfazed by opponent's body slam. Responds with a series of blows. Crowd back on its feet, cheering. Let's see. Agile. They both have it? Yes, they do. Okay. So it'll go to Manus. Let's see. It's a 1 point. Slams opponent to the apron. Flip the next one over. TV move. Let's see. So it's going to be a 2 point. Gets him in a wrist lock. And now he is on the pin. So he might have him down. So this is the other place where the TV grade comes in. Anytime opponent gets him into a pinfall, you're going to roll. And you have 3 chances to get up to a 3 count. And if he rolls in his TV grade range, he kicks out. So in Manus's case, he's a TV grade of E, so he needs to roll an 11, 12, or 13. So 1, 2, and he kicks out. How about that? No. All right, so the match will continue. Manus on his feet. Let's see. Mean. Neither wrestler has mean. Smart. Neither wrestler is smart. Wild card. Okay, so we'll go to the wild card chart. Each different type of match has its own wild card. So we are in a regular ring, but there's also a cage match you can run, or tag team matches, and then finally hardcore matches. All right, but we are in a regular singles ring match, so we'll roll on that. 53. So again, it'll be referencing the wrestler in the favored strat. Let's see. So 53, is he heavy? And he is not. Yeah, he doesn't have to have equality. So, opponent scores 2 points with an airplane spin of the wrestler, followed by a toss to the mat. So, Manus still trying to stay in the match here. Let's see. So, next one, powerful. Neither of them are powerful. But it's another TV move. So, Sean Banner's going to score 2 more points with a headlock. And again, that'll be a chance for a pinfall. So, has up to the mat. 1, 2, and 3. That time Manus cannot get up. So Sean gets the hard-fought victory and maybe is getting himself back into a title opportunity here in the WAAF. All right, so we will go to now the post-match. So we'll, let's see, we'll roll D6, and we get a 4. So we're going to go to a highlight reel X. Let's see. Highlight reel X. Alright, now we've got a 35. So the Hotbox ally of the winning wrestler makes funny comments and a TV guest shot. Reduce ally's grudge grade by 1 point. Well, so Sean gets the win, and then afterwards there's a quick interview with his ally, Adam 10-8. He cracks some jokes about how he saved his partner. Everyone gets a good laugh. So Sean is a little less aggravated, and so he loses 1 point of grudge, and he's actually down to 0. So there we go. So Banner wins by pinfall, and then he loses a point of grudge at the end for the post-match. All right, and then we're ready to set up the next match. Okay, so we'll take those wrestlers off, and our next match is going to be a tag team match between the team of Death Incorporated taking on the Lords of the Ring. All right, so we will remove the allies and foes from those first wrestlers. These two guys are Tony Casaloma, the legend, and me, the VP, still have the highest grudge grades. If Manus Humanus had perhaps been able to get a couple more grudge points, maybe he would have become the high grudge wrestler, but he's not. All right, so William Royal and King Ted are better known as the Lords of the Ring. They're going to be the underdogs, actually. So I'll set out their ally and a foe of theirs, and they're taking on the team of the Mortician, Friend of the Dead, and card stuck together there, and Dean Guilford, otherwise known as Frankenstein Jr. All right, so then there's their ally, and finally their foes. All right, so tag matches work similar to the singles matches, except that obviously you have 2 wrestlers on each one, and so there is a just the added thing of every time after you successfully hit, or somebody hits a move, there'll be an opportunity for a tag, and so the base game, it just says that it just automatically happens. So if we flip a card over and the Mortician hits something, they'll gain the points, and then they just automatically tag in. But I like to add, there's a advanced tag option where you roll a d6, and then there's 6 different things that could happen. Most of the time it's going to be, actually I shouldn't say most of the time, but there's a chance that the other team will get a hot tag, and a couple other things will happen. So we'll show you how that works here in just a sec. But first things first, we will do the pre-match roll and see if any shenanigans happen before the match. So we're going to go to highlight reel O. All right. And then let's see what happens here. We get a 12. The favored wrestler talks trash. Increase grudge grade 1 point. All right, so the Mortician and Frankenstein Jr. will each get a point. Perhaps they're saying that we should be in the tag team title mix, but they air their grievances before the match, but nothing else is going on, so now we'll head down to the ring. And we are ready for our second match of the night. Anybody joining in late, thank you for tuning in. We are into our second of 3 scheduled matches here. Sean Banner won the opening match against Manus Humanus, and now we've got a tag team matchup going on here between Death Incorporated and Lords of the Ring. The Mortician will start off against William Royal, and the ref rings the bell, and we are underway. Oh, and right away, the first thing, we're going to have a wild card event. All right. So, wild card in the tag match. We get a 52. Is he quick? No, he is not quick. The Mortician is 6'10", 290 pounds. Let's see. So, wrestling partner not fast enough. Accidentally clobbered by wrestler. Opponent scores 1 point. So, William Royal takes advantage of the slowness of his opponent. So he hits a point, and now we'll see what happens with the tag. So we roll 4, and it's the offensive scoring team tags, switches the in-ring wrestler. All right. So he'll score that, tag in his partner King Ned, and then we'll switch to, or then we'll flip the next card. So Grudge. Let's see. So King Ned actually has 2 grudge points. The Mortician now only has 1, so King Ned's going to hit a silver move, which is 2 points. So he'll move up 2. We'll roll the die again. And again, it's the offensive, or the team that scored, will tag in. So good teamwork so far from Lords of the Ring. And here we go. Highlight reel. All right, highlight reel B. Go back to the beginning of the book here. There's B. And we get a 21. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting. Choice wrestler takes over and completes the match. Huh. Alright, so these are always referring to, so this one, so I don't know, so I guess it's the Mortician, for some reason, decides that he can't continue. And, alright, so he'll go out. I guess they'll bring in their ally, so maybe something was wrong and he was injured, and the referee's going to let him. So cell phone Greg Malone is a WAF veteran, and a friend of the team here, so the referee will let him come in, I guess, and finish the match. Yeah, there's no other. Okay, so so there we go. It's now half of Death Incorporated. Let's see. All right. So no. All right. So we'll say that he comes in. We'll leave those wrestlers. All right. So helped. So now in a tag match, all the wrestlers involved will be considered to have the helped M, or which is manager, but unless that'll be their tag team mate. So we will go to, let's see, it'll be 2 points. So they will both have it. And so the new team now of Greg Malone and Frankenstein Jr. will score the points. And then we'll roll to see what happens. So this is a 2. There's no tag, so both wrestlers will stay in. Next one, it's going to be another helped. All right, so we're going to go to highlight reel M. So the M can refer to a manager or a mate. So in this case, it's their tag team mate. So 52. All right, so the mate comment sparks a grudge match tag team challenge. All right, let's see. Each wrestler chooses a teammate from the hot box. All right, so I don't know. I guess this match is just going to completely break down, and then so what's going to happen when a grudge match challenge comes up is it means it's something that's going to happen on the next show. All right, so I guess chaos just ensues. The referee finally calls it. A bunch of people hop in the ring, and so this match is going to go down as a no decision. And so what's going to happen, I'll make a note that on the next show, there will be a grudge tag team match with all of these wrestlers here. So so there we go. Madness and mayhem ensues. Let's see. So we're going to have a grudge tag match at next show. All right, and then how the grudge matches work is on the hotbox sheet here, where you have your allies. Over here, it lists what is going to happen. So you'd roll a d6, and so it could have been a cage match or an object match, but it's going to be a normal rules. But what would happen at the end of that match, whoever wins, their TV grade would go up by 1, but the loser of the match, their TV grade would go down by 1. So on the next Monday Night Tights, well, I guess it would be a 4-team tag team match. So there's so many different highlights that can happen. That's actually one that I haven't seen before. Let's see what that was. Yeah. Oh, I already re-rolled it. Okay. So all right. So there we go. So maybe I'll have to keep the show going and do another Monday Night Tights next week, so we can settle the differences here between all these different wrestlers. All right, so now we will head into the Commissioner's Corner, and so this will be an interview segment. However, you do set the game board up just like you would for a match, and so it's the WAF Heavyweight Champion Dolph Signal will be interviewed by the Commissioner, Emerson Shore. Emerson Shore is he's the son of the longtime Commissioner, Howard Shore, but now he has sort of taken control of WAF, but however, his conniving father is never far behind, and you never know when he might come out and overrule him. So, oh, and then I just covered up. Oh, there they are. Okay. All right. So, Dolph Signal is the champion. Oh, and welcome to anyone who's just tuned in. We're 2 matches in. We're just about to get to our main event of the evening. But first, we're going to go to the Commissioner's Corner for our interview segment of the night. And so it's the Commissioner, Emerson Shore, will be interviewing WAF Heavyweight Champion Dolph Signal, and the next match is going to be a number 1 contender match between his rival Shanigan and Head Trip. So we'll see what the champ has to say. So this is always interesting. You never know. So there is a separate sheet that comes along with the game that allows you to, if you want to, you could generate the segment from scratch, or you can have it determined. So you can roll to see who the guest is. Sometimes there'll be a celebrity guest or special guest will come up. But we have that all set, so we will roll on the first highlight reel to see what happens. Let's see, 54. Well, there we go. So the Commissioner appears, fires the host from the show, and hires the guest to take his place. +3 grudge grade to the host. If both the host and guest are heel. No, they're not. Oh, wow. So so Emerson Shore is out there to do his show, and here comes his dad, Howard Shore, and comes out and says, "You're doing a terrible show. You're fired." And Dolph Signal, now you have the show. So so now I guess we're gonna, next week the interview segment will be something, I don't know, like the signal, the wrestling signal, or I'll have to come up with something. But now Dolph Signal Dolph Signal now has his own show. How about that? And Emerson Shore's grudge grade goes up by 3 points. All right, so Emerson is fired from from the show, and Signal gets the show next week. So there we go. You never know what's going to happen. Dolph Signal says, "Not only am I the champion, but I'm also I'm also an excellent host. I should be the one doing this show." So there we go. That's funny. So like I said, you never know what's going to happen with it. Just like wrestling on TV. So the game definitely has like this nice, interesting mix of. So you get to set the matches, but then you never know, some wild event is going to come up, and your storylines will sort of take on a life of their own as you as you go through it. So. All right, so here we go. Our main event of the evening is a #1 contender match between Leonis McCown, otherwise known as the Head Trip, and he'll be taking on Phineas McManus O'Toole Shanigan, the big Irishman from Dublin, Ireland. Let's see. So I've got Shanigan, his Triple G, and okay. All right, so here we go. We are ready for our main event of the evening. So let's see what happens if anything goes on before the match. We're going to go to Highlight Reel R. I don't think we've been there yet tonight. So let's see what's happening. 54. Let's see. The face exults too much in fan response to his entrance. He loses 1 grudge point. Well, so Shanigan is the face. However, in this match, he's considered the underdog because the Head Trip is a little bit stronger wrestler than him at this point. His TV grade is AA. Shanigan has an A. But Shanigan is the face and Head Trip is the heel. So Shanigan actually didn't have a grudge grade, though, so he will not lose anything, but so he just gets a nice pop from the audience, and we are ready to go. So here we go. #1 contender, Dolph Signal, definitely watching to see who he will be taking on at All Hallows Eve this Friday night. So here we go. The bell rings, and we're ready to go. Let's see. Agile is the first one. And neither wrestler is agile, so nothing going on. TV move. Oh, that's going to go to Head Trip. So he has a AA, so a wrist lock, 3 point. Locks it in. Shanigan finally gets to his feet, and they'll lock back up. And it's a wild card. All right, so we'll go to the wild card for the ring. It's 11. Let's see. Agile. Head Trip is not agile, so opponent gets wrestler in a sleeper hold and scores 3 points. All right, so Shanigan gets in his first big move of the match. Let's see if he can keep going on. Grudge. Neither wrestler has it. And actually they're tied right now. So it'll go to the favored wrestler. So Head Trip gets in a series of moves, scores 2 points. And now we'll move on to the next one. We're going to go to Highlight Reel B. All right, Highlight Reel B. Let's see what happens. 62. The trailing wrestler gets help from the choice of 2 other wrestlers who who descend from the roof arena and into the ring. So he scores 2 points and then can use any other wrestler's qualities. Well, how about that? All right, so I guess, well, Triple G is his ally, so he will come down, and, why not? We'll say that the foe of Head Trip, which is Phil Michael White, he will also be there. All right, so he scores 2 points, and now he'll have all these other traits from these two wrestlers there to help him. Wow, that'll definitely help him out. Let's see, mean. I think that Shanigan is mean on his own. Yes, he is. So crowd gasps as wrestler delivers a brutal head stomp. So hey, Shanigan into the lead. The underdog, can he? Let's see, smart does. All right, so Shanigan has it because of Triple G. However, the head trip has it as well. He has smart, and he's trailing, so he will hit it. Avoids opponent's elbow smash and clotheslines opponent for 1 point. We'll go to the next one. It's another wild card. Let's see what's going to happen now. 36. Is this wrestler powerful? Yes, he is. Tosses opponent out of ring, then tosses various objects on top of him on the arena floor for 3 points. Oh, so a big move from the head trip. Perhaps getting him set up. Let's see. So helped. Well, none of them have it, but I'm going to make a commissioner's ruling that Shanigan does have the helped. We'll say that he's helped because of a gang right now, because of those two guys coming down to help him out. So, gang intimidation, I guess they'll help him get up off the floor. And so he'll score 2 points, and it's all evened up. So there's another helped. Let's see. All right, so I said it's going to be a G, so we'll roll on the highlight reel G for gang. We get a 64. Let's see. Gang members enter ring, delivers cheap shot, which ignites a free-for-all on the ring between the wrestlers, gang members, and spectators. Order eventually restored. Both wrestlers disqualified. Uh-oh. Both wrestlers disqualified. But this is a #1 contender match. What are we going to do? Oh. All right. Well, so there we go. So neither wrestler wins. Which will really put the number, so it's going to be a DQ finish. No winner. So, oh boy, so All Hallows Eve just got a little more exciting. Who knows what's going to happen then? But let's see, we'll go to the post-match. Let's see. And it's who won the match. Well, actually, neither one did. All right, so we'll go to highlight reel X. Because neither wrestler won. Let's see, 34. The Hotbox ally of the winning wrestler makes memorable TV speech. Increased grudge grade by 2 points of both the ally and the winning wrestler. All right, so nobody won. So I'm going to say that both wrestlers get a grudge grade increase. And both allies. All right. Well, so there we go. So we have no clear #1 contender for All Hallows Eve. So who knows what the commissioner is going to have to do for that? Maybe we'll have to have another match. And then immediately the winner of that match will have to face Dolph Signal. Or who knows, maybe we'll have a 3-way match. You just never know what's going to happen in a wrestling show. But so there we go, guys. That is Face to the Mat and a sneak peek at the WAF 2019 season cards that are going to be coming out next, is it next Monday, the 30th? Or sorry, next Tuesday. So, and you can over on the PLAAY.com page, they have a nice little write-up for it, and there's also even a link so you can see a list of all the wrestlers that come in the set. And as I said, that is going to be coming out on next Tuesday, the October 30th. So. All right. Well, there we go, guys. So, Face of the Mat, always a fun game. As I said, you never really know what's going to happen. Very quick to get into, very easy to play through a full match. We just did 3 matches, an interview segment here in about half an hour. So, all right, guys. Actually, there was a I wasn't sure what the response to this would be, but I may continue Monday Night Tights maybe next week. We'll see what's going on then. But I sometimes I forget how much fun I have with this game, so we'll stay tuned. I'll have the news tomorrow night, which will be a very, very quick news. Actually, I might do the news early tomorrow night, obviously because of the World Series starting. But we'll see you at some point then, and then I'll see you next Monday night for another Under the Hood. So there we go. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, get out there, have fun, play games, and I will see you after further review. Go Red Sox.